It's another nice day in Albany, and I thought, well, let's go for another little cruise and see what we can show you this time. So far we've shown you the overpass down here at the end of Hanrahan Road, part of the new truck ring road. This time we'll take you out over onto Frenchman Bay Road. We'll take a little run around Frenchman Bay Road. Now we're not going to bother about going and looking at things like the Gap and Jimmy Mules and that sort of thing. They're pretty much done to death when it's all boiled down. But we will have a little look at what's around the south coast there. To our right there is a big roundabout, and that takes you back into towards town or out to Denmark. There's another roundabout over this side. Left takes you back around behind the... in fact, we'll do that. We'll go around and have a look. Doesn't take you anywhere. And this takes us back into the roundabout, which is now pretty chockers. So left the Frenchman Bay Road, right there takes us back around to the lower Denmark Road or back over the overpass. Here on the left, the tea room's in there. We haven't been there for a few years now, but it's always really quite nice. Race course is up to the right. Bali style accommodation, it says. Go over here, look back across the harbour. Albany over there. And there's a bench here for you to sit and have a look if you wish. Back in off the road, there's a number of residences along here, and there's also a bike path which meanders in through the trees there. You're lucky you find bandicoots and that sort of thing in there. To the right of us is the Lime Burners University, they call it. It's whiskey distillers. The next turn off takes us out to the prison and the wind farm. This used to be the main road once upon a time around here. A walking trail in through there, again bandicoots populate the area. Just coming up the right hand side is the South Coast Progress Hall. These days used for a number of community type activities. Back in the days when I was between the ages of 16 and 20, spent a lot of time playing in that hall, one way or another. As a musician, that is. Now we got to go down here, the shore terrace. See what's down here. Actual fact, I think Shore Terrace turned off to the left back there, but that doesn't matter. This is along the waterfront again. Just delightful through here, it really is. And just around the corner here is the yacht club. Princess Royal Sailing Club. And this gives us more views of the town across the harbour. Looking back across the harbour towards Albany, there's Albany nestling between Mount Melville on the left, Mount Clarence on the right. There's the harbour, the wharf. Through the heads out into the King George Sound and then around. I'm not a member of the club, so I'm not going to go down encroaching on that area. But that's the clubhouse there. So that was the Princess Royal Sailing Club. Grounds over here are lovely as well. We get in through here, we pick up the boat launching area. And now we drift out back onto the main road again. There's a golf course in there to the right. Panorama Caravan Park is off to the left there, and it's pretty much a permanence type park, and it's pretty much overcrowded, but it actually sits there and looks out straight across the water. There are people who've lived in that park for 14 years, and why would they want to move? Some of our Christmas trees. That road to the right there goes out to Shark Point. We're now entering the To Quaranup National Park. Now, left here takes us out to Point Possession and Quaranup. Quaranup was originally a quarantine centre, way back, probably further back than that. More recent times it's been used as a hostel and as a place where groups can go for training and that type of thing. This is actually an isthmus out here. We've got Princess Royal Harbour to the left of us and King George Sound to the right. Right to the right takes you out to Mistaken Island. She's pretty busy down here at the moment. Gosh. Plenty of people out here fishing and that sort of thing by the looks of things. Not too much space to park there just at the moment. At this point, the road ends. That's the gate into Camp Quaranup. That little section of land out there is where the road is that we just came out on. And that's back towards where we've come from. How's that for a view? Now that's where everybody is. That's the car park, just there. Something to remember whenever you drive somewhere, be mindful of what's in the rear vision mirror. Sometimes turn around and come back and have a look the other way, because more often than not the view is as good, if not better. Be better if they cut down the bushes, which of course they're not going to do. Okay, this is into Mistaken Island. Let's look around towards Frenchman Bay. And that's Mistaken Island there. And there is beach here. Sheltered swimming. So that was Mistaken Island. Quick look. It's got to be said that for people who are elderly or infirm or bound to a wheelchair or whatever it is, there's plenty to see from the passenger seat in and around Albany if you're prepared to take a little spin around. A bit of a look-see. There are plenty of little tracks to explore out here, but I've chosen today just to take you where you can take the family car. Not all of us have the convenience of four-wheel drive and raised suspensions and all that sort of stuff, so we're currently on that little neck of land that I was showing you from back up on top of the hill there. Over there is where we're eventually heading for. And now we're in Princess Royal Harbour again. And yep, you can come in, park on the beach and enjoy. Oh, let me get it going on down there. Okay. Now we're back on the main road again. Still on here is the turn off to the natural bridge and the gap. So I explained earlier, we're not going to bother about looking at those today. A ton of stuff about them on the net, on YouTube and everywhere. So this is just a cruise. A little drive for the sake making the oil companies just a little richer. The next turn off there is down to the blowholes. You get down to the car park and it's about a walk of about a kilometre, I believe, to the actual blowholes themselves. About 60 years since I was there. So Jimmy Newell's Harbour into the right. It's interesting, you look at the hills to the right of us and to the left, sand hills they are, with the coverage and the powers that be and the conservationist type people don't like us driving our four-wheel drives in there because we're ruining the eco environment and all that sort of thing. We went to a place in Perth 4 years ago and made a little film about such an area. We used to drive in the sandhills and everything there, and then the developers moved in and talk about desecration. Four-wheel drive people do nothing by comparison. I think it's a video that's worth having a look at. Shorehaven. So look out off to the left, we'll come back and have a look at that in a moment. In the meantime, we'll go right down to the bottom first. Off to the right is the whaling station. The whaling station. Then on the left here, there used to be a caravan park once upon a time. They closed it down. They had some idea for development or whatever, and it was never replaced. Down the bottom here is a delightful little beach, nicely sheltered. Great little picnic spot. As you can see there along the beach. I can see clearly in my mind me being down here with friends in my little Austin A30 Countryman, which once upon a time I used to be able to fit into. Very much doubt that that'll be the case these days. Yeah, supposedly that is a boat ramp just there. Supposedly. And there's the remains of one of the earliest whaling stations here. Lovely little picnic area in there. This used to be fun when it was gravel. And there are toilets. We're not both going to fit in there. So why would you come in here? That's why. That's looking around to the whaling station there. And Bald Head. And out there somewhere is the HMAS Perth, which was scuttled and sunk. Okay, we're on our way again. Okay, we'll take you down to the whaling station. You can see how to get there. Whaling was a period in Albany that was very much an important industry, because as time went on it became uncool to hunt whales, and fair enough too. But this is where it all happened, in here. And there is a full-on museum in the place. There are relics. There's plenty of footage on YouTube for you to have a look at, especially on the Explore Albany Kinjarling Facebook page, which is set up for visitors to, although they don't do it because they don't know it's going to happen, I suppose, but we trawl through once a month and see what visitors have put up, what videos they've put up, of what they've seen and what their thoughts and ideas for about Albany are, and we post those so that you're getting an unbiased look at the place. What happens in the old whaling station these days is well documented. Well worth having a look at. There's also a nature park there for the kids. Little I was going to say wild animals. They used to be wild animals, not any longer. Can you imagine that all of this is being just suburbia? Wall-to-wall housing, postage stamp blocks, just a sea of roofs. Can you imagine that out here? Because that's what Perth's northern suburbs look like now, and this is what they used to look like. And I wonder how many greenies actually live in those suburbs. And I don't know, or turn a blind eye as to how they got there. Righto, here we go down to Good Beach. What have we got happening here? I would say that we're not going to get through. This is Murray Road, takes us to the Salmon Holes and Misery Beach. Misery Beach has got a car park full down there as well. We'll go down the bottom of the hill first. This is the back of the whaling station down here. There's a boat ramp and that down here, and I thought this was where Misery Beach was, and I've lived here for years, but then again, I'm not a beach person, so it's not surprising. There's a few people down this end of the world. Entry fees apply. There are certain parts of the park where you have to pay to get into, and this is one of them by the looks of things. Once upon a time we just drove in and did our thing. Oh, look at this. Somewhere down there is Misery Beach, it appears. There's a walkway down there. Excuse me for being sceptical, but in Albany we have two or three beaches that have been at one point in time or another classified as the best beaches in Australia. And Misery Beach is one of them. I don't know how much or how popular it was before that, but incidentally this car park here, which also allows you to start the walk out to Bald Hill, which is an all-day trek almost. Again, there are videos on YouTube about that trek. But we also have a couple of fish and chip shops that over the past 3 or 4 or 5 years have been classified as the best fish and chips in Australia. Well, I've been and I enjoy my fish and chips. I do enjoy my fish and chips. And I have been to all of them here in Albany. And I got to say that the fish and chips I got from the Bridgetown BP Roadhouse weren't too bad either. So who makes these decisions? Who decides which is the best and which isn't the best? I suppose from a point of view as a beach, is Misery Beach as good as what they reckon it is? I don't know, I can't comment, I haven't been down there obviously, and I'm not a beach person anyway, so. But all that car parking and all the rest of it, that's only been put in there of recent times, so there's a political expediency. I didn't say I was sceptical, did I? Now the salmon holes. This place is dangerous if not treated with care. And again, it's paid parking in here. I suppose that's one way to try and stop people getting washed off the rocks, for indeed people get washed off the rocks here on a regular basis. So there we are. Bit of a cruise out and about the South Coast. I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are about some of my ramblings about sandhills, four-wheel drivers being banned from sandhills because of desecration of the environment, and then having them shipped out huge amounts to be replaced with housing. I mean, heck yes, we need housing, but there's a lot of land inland that they could build on and keep our coastal areas pristine, but no, that's not where the money is. What are your thoughts with regard to how they choose the best fish and chip shops, or how they choose the best whatever? Tourism is a growing industry. We have to have tourism because we haven't got much else. We got rid of our manufacturing and a lot of other things in this country, but at the same time, is tourism killing tourism as well? Well, the very things we come to see are being turned from something else to something ordinary because of all the facilities we put around them. I suppose we've got to be thankful that there's not a McDonald's at every tourist spot. It's at the top of Stony Hill, so what's happening up here? An upgrade. See? Entry fees apply. In Western Australia you can get passes to all national parks, an annual pass. As a local, we have a discounted pass available to us in the local parks. I have to admit, I don't have one. There's a walkway up there. Let's see. Albany ahead of us. And that light patch of water along there is where those vehicles were parked on the sand as we came back from Quaranup. Look at that. That narrow strip of land, that was the road we went out to Quaranup. And that on the right there is Mistaken Island. It's worthwhile going up there just to come back down again. Remember I said earlier on, be mindful of what's in your rear vision mirror. More often than not, the view is better than what's in front of you. Okay, back to Albany. Or in that general direction. Yeah, we didn't see that petrol station on the way through because we of course went round through Little Grove and Big Grove down by the sailing club. And the road to the right is the turn off where we went into South Coast, past the South Coast Progress Association there. So we had a pretty fair look around South Coast as far as the drive was concerned. Again on the left, that's Lime Burners, the whiskey distillers. Here we are back at the flyover. Actually, we will. We'll take you around it back into town. You get straight onto the city centre. We can go around here to the left to the port. And in the middle is what I assume they're turning into a water feature. Million ibis down there. coming in on the left-hand side, that road is now barred off, and that used to be the road down here, and you go across down here to the right, across the railway line. That's the way it used to work. If you enjoyed this video, you might like to check out this video, or maybe browse this playlist. There are over 700 videos just like these on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and we'll let you know when the next video is available. If you liked this video, hit the like button, comment, and feel free to share with your friends. Thanks for watching.